Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of developers and coders club NIT-A. My name is Gourab Singha and today we are going to solve 14th problem of Div.2 from A to J, Dubstep. In this problem, you are given a string and you have to remove those substrings which is equal to verb, that is WUB, and return the final string. Take this first example. After removing all the substrings which is equal to verb, the remaining string is ABC. Similarly for the second example, after removing all the substrings which is equal to verb, we get this string. The problem seems pretty simple, but the code might be a little tricky. In the input we have to take a string. So let's create a string and we have to run a for loop until the size of the string. Inside the for loop, we have to check if a substring is equal to verb or not. So while this is how we check a substring. This substr function is used to find a substring. It takes two arguments. The first argument is the starting of the substring and the second argument is the size of the substring. Inside the while loop, we have to save those characters which isn't equal to verb. To save those characters, we have to create another string, let's say p, and we have to add those characters. Let's take this example and it will be more clear to you. When I is 0, this function is pointing at the first three characters of the string. Since it is equal to verb, this means that this while loop will not be executed. When I will be 1, this function will start from the first index, take the first three characters of the string and compare it with WUB. Since they are not equal, so U will be added to P. But this U is a part of verb, which we have to ignore. So in order to tackle this edge case, we have to increment I by 3 in each iteration. This means that this outer loop will check for the substrings which is equal to verb and ignore it. And this inside loop will check if the substring is equal to verb or not. If it is not equal to verb, then the character will be added to P one by one, forming the answer. So we have to increment the I inside this. And in each iteration, we have to check whether it exceeds the size of the string or not. After finding the P string, we have to store it in our result. So let us create a vector of strings. And we will just push back this string into our result. After that, we have to print our result. But what about the case when P is empty? We don't want to include an empty string in our result because we are already printing an empty string here. So before pushing this string, we have to check if its size is at least 1. When I is 0, P is currently empty. Inside while loop, I is less than s.size and this function is equal to WUB. So this loop will not be executed. Next time it will check if size of P is greater than 0 or not. Since it is empty, so its size is 0. Hence P will not be pushed in result. Next time I will be incremented by 3 and it will point at this position. So I is 3, P is empty and I is less than S of size. And this function is pointing at these 3 characters. Since this is not equal to WUB, so inside P, S of I will be pushed, that is W. So now P is W and I is incremented by 1. Now I is 4. And again the while loop will check if I is less than S dot size. Now this function is equal to this part. Since it is not equal to WUP, so it will take the first character and push it in P. Now P is WE. Next time again I will be incremented by 1. Now I is 5. P is V. And this function is these 3 characters. Since it is equal to WUP, this means that this while loop will be terminated and next time it will check if P dot size is greater than 0 or not. Since the size of P is 2, so we will be pushing P in our result. Now the result contains V. Similarly, this program will skip all the substrings which is equal to WUP and print the remaining string. Now let's try to submit it. Okay, so this is accepted. That is it for the solution. Thank you.